Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is July 30th, 2018. This is our daily cryptocurrency market news analysis, to where we're here to give you all our price predictions according to the charts. And on today's news, weakness reigns supreme in the market for a lot of these altcoins, and including Bitcoin. Right now, the market is definitely giving us indications of weakness and continuation to lower prices. So hopefully you all have been watching our video over the last couple of days. We have identified crucial areas of support that these altcoins had to stay above in order for these currencies to at least maintain trading within a channel, consolidation, or even the probability of moving higher. So right now the market is still ongoing, but that can definitely change at the conclusion of today's trading day. But as of now, the market is definitely giving us more indications of weakness to come, and even movement down to lower prices. So if you're not a member of ours on our HueFin News Patreon page, then you will not be updated on any of the market moves that occur in this space. So if you would like to stay updated and see a lot of the things that is occurring in the market before anyone else does, then definitely you need to come on over and be one of our members on our HueFin News Patreon page. From there, you all will have access to very exclusive content that is not privy to no one else in this space. And as well, you will also be able to participate in a lot of other correspondences, to where you may ask questions to us and get answers to those questions relatively soon. And on top of that, if you got a request for a different altcoin, then definitely you can ask it within our private Facebook group or even on our Patreon page, and we'll do an analysis video just for that particular coin. So as of now, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market, coin market cap. You guys can see here that the overall market cap of the space is now below $300 billion. And a lot of these cryptocurrencies, I scroll down on this website, continues to move lower. A lot of these currencies are at least down 2.5% and higher down. You can see that Stellar and EOS definitely is having a huge loss today in the market, along with Cardano and IOTA. All these coins are definitely having a drastic movement lower in price. And take a look at Tron. Tron is down 9.5%. Yesterday there was up about 8.89% when we did our video yesterday. So it just goes to show you how fast the cryptocurrency market changes and how volatile this space really is. So that's why you got to maintain viewership on our channel to make sure you are updated as to what is going to go on in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, so now the first one up for today is going to be Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin currently is down 3.77%. Last trade was $7,909.40. Taking a look at the daily price bar in Bitcoin, you can see here that we are getting a very widespread down bar. That is definitely indications of market weakness. The market actually tried to come, it actually almost did touch support around $7,800. The market came all the way down to $7,861. So again, if the market for Bitcoin ends the way that it looks now, we still got like 5.5 more hours before today ends. But if the market actually concludes towards lower the bar today, then definitely we are going to break $7,800 over the next couple of trading days. So just keep that in mind. We're still in play right now. So taking a quick look at the 3-hour bars in Bitcoin, and again you can see that this last 3-hour bar is definitely an indication of some weakness going on. Now, one of the things you can anticipate occurring in Bitcoin is exactly what occurred here during this particular time on the 3-hour chart, to where the market came and touched lows of around 7,840, and the resistance area was up there around 8,000. So literally that's what I'm expecting to occur in Bitcoin in the short term, is continued consolidation. But nevertheless, as you can see, as once we came back and made on this particular time period, we was able to come right back up into our excuse me, we was able to come right back up into our trading channel, and we did not make any progression higher in price. And that definitely tells us that this current movement to the downside is definitely one that tells us of increased movement to the downside in Bitcoin. So now we're looking at the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. You can see that we got this very wide push to go down bar in this space. That is definite indications of market weakness. Now we can come back up to around 8,000 before today's day is concluded. But right now, overwhelmingly, I'm still seeing indications of more weakness than strength in the space for Bitcoin. So expect continuation movement to the downside. Ultimately, I would like for Bitcoin to stay above $7,800. If we go back through a lot of the things on the background of this chart, 7840 definitely needs to hold support as well for us to at least maintain consolidation now. But if we cannot stay above 7840, then definitely expect that currency, Bitcoin, to move lower in price. So looking at a smaller time frame, you can still see here that weakness is very apparent. So I'm not necessarily seeing a lot of strength coming in the market right now in Bitcoin. Still expect consolidation and movement lower, especially if this 15-minute bar closes towards low of the bar. Definitely tells us that there's still some sellers in the market. But if it closes above this previous close, then definitely $8,000 is in play for Bitcoin. So definitely, even looking at the 5-minute bars, I'm seeing weakness in Bitcoin. So I'm still looking for this currency to consolidate and even move lower in price. So now the next one up is going to be Ethereum. Ethereum is down 3.98%. Last trade was $448.20. The daily price bar for Ethereum has broken that $460 price level that we just mentioned yesterday. Tells us that weakness is still here in this particular space. We're not looking for higher prices in Ethereum as well. Okay. Quick look at the 3-hour bars in Ethereum. You can now tell where support is going to try to be, around $445. I can see it going all the way down to 440, given that very wide spread bar we got, and the amount of volume that came in on that particular bar tells us that we're not done with movement to the downside in Ethereum. So now we're taking a look at the 1-hour bars in Ethereum. You can still see how weakness is very apparent. We are getting some buyers to try to come into the market, but nevertheless, I'm still seeing around $445 as the initial area of support. Again, 440 can also be another area that Ethereum is going to try to test later on today in trading, even into tomorrow's trading. Okay, so literally what we're looking for in Ethereum is a consolidation area that it is going to start to trade. So now we'll look at the daily price bar and show you all that with the amount of consolidation we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, definitely reflects the fact that we can come all the way back down towards $425, especially at the conclusion of today's trading day. If this bar looked the way that it looks now, expect that movement lower to continue. So now the next one up on the list is going to be Ripple. Ripple currently is down 3.33%. Last trade was 43, almost 44 cents. Daily price bar in Ripple, we told you all that 45 cents in Ripple has to be maintained. And right now you definitely see indications of market weakness coming into this space. So the very push, the down bar that we got here in the market right now definitely symbolizes that we are not ready for higher prices in Ripple. And the daily price bar for XRP is definitely telling us that we had opportunities to move higher in price, and we did not capitalize on that from the 27th and the 28th of July, which is one of the main reasons why I'm definitely looking for this currency to continue to move lower in price. It cannot ultimately go all the way below or past 42.5 cents, because if it does that, then we will continue to make new lows that we have not seen in quite some time in Ripple. So this 3-hour bar that we have here in XRP is a definite precursor of weakness bar in this space. We are catching some support relatively soon, or right now, due to this fact of what occurred during this particular time. And that 43.5 cents is where that support area is going to be initially. So that's why we're moving higher right now. But if we don't get a lot of volume on this 3-hour bar at the conclusion, or in fact it moves off of the highs, definitely tells us that we still have some weakness in the space in the XRP, and that we are expecting continuation to the downside to occur. So we're looking at the 1-hour bars for XRP. You can still see indication that there is some buyers coming to the market, only to bring it up from severely slamming it down in the price. So 43.5 cents has to hold that support now. You can see here that the buyers are trying to come in, so the market can come all the way back up to 44.5 cents, but I'm gonna move to a smaller time frame to see if we could get a better depiction of where support can be. So actually, I'm not necessarily expecting Ripple XRP to move substantially higher than where it is now. It might come up to 44.25 cents, but again, I'm not necessarily seeing a lot of indications of strength in XRP at this time. So I'm looking for consolidation movement lower in this currency. So now the next one that we are going to look at is going to be EOS. So EOS is down 9.69%. Last trade was $7.49. Daily price bar definitely giving us a very strong push to go down bar, which is weakness. Told you all yesterday in our video that EOS had to stay above $8 in order for the currency to maintain strength, and right now we are definitely not getting that. And the way that the price bar looks now with the volume definitely reflects that we might go all the way down to $7 over the next couple of trading days. So now I'm looking at the 3-hour chart for EOS, and it literally looks like everything else. We may actually come all the way back up to $7.60 as resistance, but that is going to be resistance in EOS. It might come up a little higher than that, but nevertheless, I'm still seeing indications of some weakness coming in the market in EOS. So looking at EOS on a 1-hour chart, again, I can still see more signs of weakness coming in the space. It's definitely not an opportunity to come into EOS. Market can come all the way back down towards $7.31. It might come up a little higher than that, but again, that's where it's trading now. So I told you all that I can see EOS coming down to $7.20 or even $7 even over the next couple of trading days. But my analysis is for EOS to continue to move lower in price. So now we are going to look at Litecoin. Litecoin is down 3.77%. Last trade was $80.72, and we told you all that we did not see a lot of indications of strength in the movement in Litecoin. A lot of volume is coming into the market right now, and this currency is going to try to hold support around $80. 3-hour chart for Litecoin. You can see here that we have a very strong push go down bar in the market. A lot of the cryptocurrency are doing the exact same thing. We are actually trying to get the same recovery that's like we got during this particular time, where we were able to come all the way back up to higher prices. We will need to maintain that in order for us to at least keep this currency from moving lower in price. $80 cannot be broken. If it breaks $80, then again, this currency is still showing us weakness, and then I'm expecting this currency to move a lot lower than what it's been. $79 or even a lot lower than that could be where Litecoin is going to trade. So around $78, definitely I can see Litecoin coming to trade. One hour chart for Litecoin, you can see here that just like with Ripple, market participants are definitely trying to bring the price higher in Litecoin. But again, my analysis is still for these currencies to move to the downside, but it can possibly change by the ending of today's trading day. So just keep that in mind, that these currencies can move higher. And in Litecoin's case, that can definitely be all the way up here around $81.50. So let's take a look at Dash. So you can see Dash is down 3.37%. Last trade was $233.30, and I told you overwhelmingly that I was still seeing Dash giving us indications of market weakness, and that is exactly what is going on in the space. $225 is definitely trying to hold that support though. Looking at the 3-hour bars in Dash, you can see 230 is holding support right now, but nevertheless I'm still seeing indications that this is not a buy opportunity in Dash. Take a quick look at the 1-hour bars in Dash. You can see here that we did get a very strong push to go down bar in the market, and we're already making some recovery right now in this space, but definitely you can see here that we are making a down move. Our trajectory is going lower in price rather than making movement higher in Dash. So continue to expect that to occur. Resistance is at 235 now. So throughout today's trading into tomorrow, we can come all the way up to around 235, 236. But again, I'm not convinced that we're actually done with lower prices in Dash as well. So now we are going to look at Monero. Monero is down 6.23%. Last trade was $129.41, and the daily price bar for Monero is still giving us indications of weakness. A lot of the volume over the last 4 trading days, including today, is a lot lighter than what we've seen on the 23rd and 24th of July, and the $150 area was a definite area of resistance, and we are still following that mode. But one of the things I want you to see in Monero is the ability for this coin to continue to stay above this line. So if Monero can stay above this ascending line, we are still in a upward movement in this coin. If it breaks this ascending line, then the continuation of movement lower is going to happen, and we are trading more in a consolidation than in a upward movement. So be on the lookout for Monero breaking or staying above this line. As of right now, it is giving us indications that it is going to break this ascending line. So you can see here that weakness is very apparent. I'm still seeing indication that we're going to move lower into Monero. $128 is going to try to hold that support, but definitely if we break $128, we're going to move a lot lower than that, possibly towards $124. So now the last one for today is going to be NEO. So NEO is down 4.86%. Last trade was $31.87. Daily price bar for NEO is definitely giving us indications of weakness as well. We had the opportunity, just like I mentioned earlier in our video, to move higher in price. Today is just a culmination of the true fact that the cryptocurrencies are still weak, and that you need to adjust your own particular trades accordingly in the market for these cryptocurrencies. Okay. push go down bars, the last complete 3-hour bar definitely shows us that weakness is here. NEO may actually try to come up to around 32, even $32.25 throughout today's trading day. But nevertheless, this was a change in tone that we've seen in the market for NEO. So I can see even $32 being the area of resistance for this particular coin. But the market is still giving us weakness overall in NEO. Okay. So literally, this particular currency cannot break $31. Well, I would say where it's trading now, it cannot break that price. Because if so, then $31 is going to be the next area of support. And it definitely cannot break $31. Because if it does, then we're going to come all the way back down to 30 or even a lot lower than that in this space. Okay. So this is like the last hope for NEO and a lot of these cryptocurrencies as they trade around the support area. If it breaks these major support areas, then we will continue to make new lows in the market in NEO as well as a lot of the other altcoins. So just keep that in mind. So that's all I got for today. Like I said, we still got about 5 to 6 more hours before today's trading day ends. So this analysis is definitely subject to change. But as of right now, this is a change in tone in the market. So definitely lets us know that weakness is still reigning supreme in the space, which is definitely not an opportunity that so many other people have been looking for because the market has been moving higher for Bitcoin. But overall, a lot of these other altcoins are still giving us weakness. So please be prepared for more of the same market continuing movement to the downside. So like I said, if you guys are interested in learning more about this particular language analysis of how we are able to predict prices without confusing you, then definitely come on over to our HueFin News Patreon page. We look forward to meeting you there. Make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.